Hello, I am Queen Lily, and today we are discussing the election. It is election eve. We have one day before election day tomorrow. I'm so excited about this election, y'all. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Everything above. It is me. But we better be ready because if you hadn't voted, you better get in that line tomorrow and go vote because your vote counts. And I made sure my vote count here in Atlanta, Georgia. I went October the 15th and I voted. Thank you, Kel, for coming to my live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It does look better, I see. I ain't gonna be able to use my laptop. But anyway, thank you all for coming to my live. We have so much to talk about, so much to cover because MAGA has not stopped. They just keep going and going and going with their craziness. And Donald Trump, he's just like falling. I'm falling and I can't get up. That's what it seems like with Donald Trump. You know how that old commercial? Oh, boy. I'm falling. I can't get up. Y'all remember that commercial? Well, that's what's happening now. I am about to get started with this show because we got a lot to cover. Being that tomorrow is the actual election day. Yes, thank you for coming back. Thank you so much. That touched my heart. So I'm gonna start over because on my laptop, we went through. So it is November the 4th, election eve, and we have one more day, just one more day to find out who is gonna be our president. I'm excited, y'all. I know y'all gotta be ready. We ready. So, as I stated, Kamala is willing to have a Republican in her cabinet. Yes. And Trump is threatening to harm a Republican, Liz Cheney. That is odd. He's a Republican and Kamala is a Democrat, but she's willing to have a Republican in her cabinet. Donald Trump is like, Liz Cheney, it's time to go. 9 to her face. That's just what he said. Not my way of thinking, but what Donnie Boy said. So Trump is like Herbert Hoover. Y'all remember that president? He was the worst president. If he gets in the White House, that's what we are getting, another Herbert Hoover. We don't want another Hoover. We can't get that. So we're going to watch this video, and I want y'all guys to subscribe to this young lady. Her name is JJ Gat. And this is her words now, not my words. This is her video. But she's stating that MAGA is over. I don't know if MAGA over. Inquiring minds want to know, will MAGA be over? Because I don't know if MAGA is over. I don't know. So we're going to watch this video, okay?
What does it mean that Iowa...
Uh-oh, what happened? Hold on. There we go.
What does it mean that Iowa is turned towards Harris? It means that farmers, which are a lot of people in Iowa, and rural folks are aware how Donald Trump's promises were broken, how his tariffs actually bankrupt some farmers. As
Trump did this, we paid a tax, if you will, his tariffs, and farmers lost a lot of market share in other countries. He lost a lot of farmers to bankruptcy because of Trump's tariffs last time. Now, he's going to be...
Hey, Queen Tia.
If you believe what he says on his stump speech, he's going to put 10-20% tariffs on all kinds of countries. Everybody that imports to America, he wants to put a tariff on. He says that they're going to pay the price. They're not going to increase the price of their cake.
And so they're smart people, and they know that they've had enough of the chaos. Like, while they may have been lifelong Republicans, they're more principled. They are respectable. They agree with the rule of law. They're not for dictatorships. They're good people. They believe they're good people. So they don't want to put in power someone who's a demagogue, who, has divisive, vitriolic rhetoric in his whole party and his movement of white nationalists are just undercutting everything that they thought they believed in the Republican Party, and also all common decency. So, yeah. they're over it. They're over it. So that's why they're leaning. And Iowa's going to go blue for the first time in such a long time, because Republicans hitched a wagon on the most flawed criminal candidates they possibly can, because he just have an army of cultists. But people know he did nothing for them in the last 4 years. All he did was bumble the pandemic response, give tax cuts would led the country into a $7 trillion debt, and then undid a bunch of regulations and rules that helps people, and then put in some draconian sort of cuts and things like that that hurt people. So people remember. People aren't stupid. Folks who pay attention remember. So the only people voting for him are just diehard, MAGAs, which make up the 30%, and a few scraggle little tech bros that he picked up here and there. But everybody else is kind of like they're over him. They're like, nah, that's all right, we good. They're kind of ready era to be done with. So I know you're scared, but Iowa is a bellwether sign of the country that there's going to be a lot of red Republicans that are just be voting for Harris because they're just trying to get rid of Donald Trump. So some of them do like her, but a good chunk of them is like the Donald Trump protest folks are tired of him. They're over him. When I say they're over him, they're over him. They're over. Okay, yeah. So now I saw a report that said it's not just that; it's the women. This year, I think we said it before, that in the past, like, Black women have been the ones to deliver the presidency. I think this year, white women, with abortion being a big issue, they're going to be the ones to say no, because Donald Trump, Kamala Harris did a fabulous job of the Time Project 2025 around Donald Trump's neck. They're the ones who released it. They're boasting about it, and they're going to eat that. So yeah, they said women over 65, women they want to protect their children and their grandkids. So Republicans have tried to say no, it's not. But every single time abortion's been on a ballot in red states, they have lost. And so with the national abortion threat, that's a bellwether sign. So that's why people are going against Donald Trump. Not because they're tired of him. I don't know how much the MAGA movement don't realize people are exhausted by Donald Trump. That he's exhausting. And then y'all are just little rabbit, little, like, y'all are just like so hateful. Y'all just going around and just like, y'all hate mongers. So people like decency. They're not down with that. They're over y'all. And then for some reason think that you guys are still relevant. Like, y'all just feel like y'all can bully and like beat up people. Like, all of that stuff. Like, nobody, that's not attractive. People don't want that. No one wants the country being led by a bunch of bullying his little minions. Because I don't know, y'all realize that's what y'all look like out here. Like, underneath my comments to underneath my videos on TikTok and on YouTube, y'all are under there. Y'all, first of all, you're sensitive as AF. You guys are always like popping off and going off emotion. Like, I post something and you're immediately like popping off. And then y'all always get in 2024 and y'all seem very, very angry. Like, y'all are really, really super angry. Just like Donald Trump, y'all are super, super angry. Like, I need y'all to relax, take a chill pill, smoke some bud or something like that. But do something. Get off my page. Go. I was like, go door knock. Donald Trump needs some door knocking. He's gonna get some votes. I'm not saying he's gonna get some votes, but the majority of people are over him. I know it's hard, maybe because y'all it's hard to y'all like that boyfriend who doesn't want to let go of the girlfriend and want to just feel like you still got it. You ain't got it no more. MAGA era is over. You have to just cope with that. I just need y'all to come to grips with that. And you have like 24 hours to come to grips with it. I just want y'all to not go join any Stop the Steal 2 movement. Because I'm trying to tell you, I've been warning you that it's over. It's done. It's Jover. Just pack it up. Move on. Go find another hobby. Donald Trump's gonna be busy on court cases for a while.
How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel it's over with MAGA? She says over with MAGA. I don't know what to think, because I feel like even once the election is over, I'm trying to turn off one of these lights. Even once the election is over, I feel like MAGA will continue. I do. I feel like they're not going to stop. It's like they found their savior, just like Jesus Christ died and rose. They're going to believe that Donald Trump has risen. Take my word. That's what they're going to believe. I don't believe it, but that's what MAGA is going to believe. Take my word. Chris Davis says never gonna stop. Rabbit Raccoon says turn off all those lights, please. Okay, Donald Trump, you sound like Donald Trump. Turn off all those lights. I turned one of them off. Harry Rodriguez says Trump 2024. Well, if that's your candidate, I hope you went and voted, because I sure voted for VP Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Bless Up said Trump and Diddy are connected. Yes, they are friends. Donald Trump said on his show, Apprentice, that him and Diddy were good friends. That came out of his mouth, Mega, out of Donald Trump's mouth. So now we're going to watch a video, and it's also, it belongs to JJ Gott. Please subscribe to the channel. She is on MAGA's and Donald Trump's head. She's on y'all head real bad, MAGA and Donald Trump. Y'all done pissed this young lady off. What did you do?
Tell you why Kamala Harris has been able to grow in popularity in such a short amount of time, and it's so hard to believe, but it's true. And they include those rallies that you saw in my videos. Include people who voted for Donald Trump in 2016 and 2020 who jumped off the MAGA train. The MAGA movement is now 33%. It was higher before of the Republican Party, so he's lost some people. He stripped some people off. So I'm gonna tell you 3 reasons why people have left him. All right, so here we go. The similar way that you love Donald Trump for what he is and did, what we've been able to see in Kamala Harris, and I want you to go to this account in TikTok while you're in TikTok after you watch this video and scroll through, and you're going to see Kamala Harris like embracing children and talking relatable. You're going to see her like hugging a grandmother who's worried about the future for her grandkids and her daughter. You're going to see her making recipes and being goofy. So she's a person. Same reason why you might like Donald Trump or you might think find him endearing. She's a regular person. She uses swear words. She loves to cook. She, cheats us. So folks can go quickly viral the same way that you can like discover someone really quickly and find out more about them and just dig all in. That's what's going on. That's what happened. And go to that site, like I said, and you'll see just a lot more how she's endearing. And also her campaign represents joy and happiness. She's in her campaigns, we're dancing, we're joyful. Talks about the promise of America. The American flags are being waved there. Republicans traditionally, historically, been known for parties of patriotism, but when you go to the Kamala Harris rally, you see America. You see your side by side, elbow by elbow, people who look like you went to school with, your neighbors. It represents what America is, the diverse, multicultural land that it is. And she says it was an opportunity, and she's building opportunity for workers, for students, for growing families, for small businesses. And so that's a lot of us. And we also see in Kamala Harris someone who's a reflection of us, a mirror. You might look in the mirror and see Donald Trump. We see someone who grew up middle class, like I grew up middle class or low middle class, who has struggled with bills. I've done that. And she talks about her growing up with her mom, getting all the bills together. And the Republicans I've seen make fun of her for telling the story. Essentially, when they're doing that, they're making fun of her because when she's telling her story is my story. It's all of our story. It's what caused us to be endeared by her. The fact that, yes, we know about this. A lot of us grew up in towns or in cities or in blocks when, these people that you grew up, you're not the family, but they become family. So folks can relate to that. Getting a job at McDonald's. I worked at Church's Fried Chicken. No, it's not on my resume. As someone who's the big age I am, who have 2 law degrees, a journalism degree, have worked at lots of places, why would I put my job I had in high school on my resume? That doesn't make sense. So you've probably been hearing a caricature of Kamala Harris based on the echo chamber jury, and they're saying they're defining her. So I challenge you, and if you went to high school, and assume you did, in the United States or whatever, you probably had a friend or someone tell you a rumor about someone you don't know, and you believe them because you trust that source, because you trust Donald Trump, you trust your MAGA circles, what they say about Kamala Harris, but you don't know that person. So when you maybe paired with them in a high school science class, pairs you up, or you have to sit next to them in a class, you see them, you get to know them, you're like, oh my God, they're nothing like what I was told. So that's what I'm telling you. My challenge to you is go to this account after you watch this video, Kamala, and you're going to see the videos that I'm talking about of her engaging, being goofy, laughing, all that stuff is kind of like it's the joy. They laugh at us saying joyful, but people want to believe in something, in optimism and hope and brightness. Promise of America. She has this opportunity economy where, she has policies targeting, like I said, workers, students, all of us. So that's the majority of Americans. People love that, that hope, that promise. So that is why she's grown so fast in popularity. Believe it or not, you mentioned 2020. We're now in 2024, so we need you to, we're in 2024. Now, on the other side, you have to this joy, you have doom and gloom. The 3 reasons why people have left Donald Trump or just like don't want that is because, one, not just because him personally, like he's a 34-time convict. He incited insurrection. He stole documents. He was banned from a children's charity, stole from a children's charity. He uses vitriolic, hate, divisive language. All the things that he does is kind of like him himself personally, cheating on all his wives, and we don't think he's a good person. You think he is, we don't think he is. So that's one reason people like he's just.
Hey, Queen Bianca.
All these things. So the second reason is that his campaign is dark. He calls America garbage of the United States. Like, what is he signal to other people world when he's calling us the garbage pail? He's saying America's in decline. He's painting a picture of America that's bleak, and people are just like, they don't want that dark dystopian. Like,
we're a failing nation. We're a nation that's in serious decline. We're being laughed at all over the world.
We want to be happy. We don't. So people are just like, they're tired of that. They don't want that dark. Folks believe America exceptionalism. Donald Trump is not pushing that. So that's the second reason. The third and final reason is that he's had a record. So he promised all these things for manufacturing jobs, going to bring the jobs back. Jobs didn't come back. In fact, Donald Trump, I'm going to say in the next video, has had a lot of anti-worker policies. So many so. When I was doing research for the video, I was like, oh my God. Like, he scaled back a lot of stuff. He's only for the big guys. There's a reason why the billionaires are propping him up, because he only cares about them. Yeah, so Donald Trump's policies have been horrible for workers, have been horrible for farmers. Like, his tariffs, he's promising his tariffs. Last time his tariffs actually bankrupt a bunch of farmers.
Trump did this. We paid tax.
Hey, Queen Bianca. Hey, beautiful.
And farmers lost a lot of market share in other countries. Lost a lot of farmers to bankruptcy because of Trump's tariffs.
So
prior to Contrave,
okay, that's a commercial.
It wasn't until
I enjoy her. I'm glad I found her channel, because I get on and I search and I put in Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and it takes me to stuff that really feeds me. And she think like I think, so I'm enjoying it.
And then he talked about tax on tips. When he was president, he actually made it easier for employers to take their. He's made a 360. So he's made a about face on policies that he had to actually hurt workers on tips. So all roll back all these these standards related to health, water, and so he's been terrible. We remember that. So people don't want to go back to that.
I can witness to it. I've been to Kamala Harris. I'm gonna turn one of these lights off because I got this lamp on and I keep seeing that reflection of the lamp. I've been to VP Kamala Harris rallies. They are great. They are great. So what she's showing you is the truth. Her rallies are full of excitement. Everybody enjoying each other. There's no racism there. It's just love and happiness and joy. And we danced and we celebrated. People had their drinks and food, whatever they wanted to do. It was like every rally that I've been to of hers has been peace, love, serenity. And I'm going to tell you something that has really been bothering me, because I've been hearing this from a lot of my Black women. They say such hateful things about VP Kamala Harris. That's just not true. I know on my life they do it all the time. But to hear people I know say certain things, it really bothers me and unearths me. And then to say she's ugly, I'd be like, God, what is wrong with their eyeballs? This lady is not ugly. And I'd be thinking, some of them, have you not looked in the mirror, dear beloved? Look in the mirror, please. But it's just a lot is on my mind, y'all. My emotions are all over the place, because this is the most important election ever. And a lot of people say, well, I'm going to be fine whether Donald Trump get in there or Kamala get in there. It doesn't matter. This is a time when it does matter, because all these rights that you have, poof, gone. We're going all the way. He rolling it all the way back to 1931. Do you want to live in that time when us women didn't have any rights and Blacks finally got rights? What, in the 1970s, the women didn't get rights to what, the 1980s, sometime around there? Or was it she couldn't get a bank account home in her name to a 1994 or something like that? I'm not going back to that, y'all. No, we have come too far. I don't feel no way tired, because we have come too far. You have come too far. You got to make wise choices when you get in that voting booth. Vote for everybody, not just for yourself. When you vote, you got to vote for everybody. because America is of different races. You can't just vote for your one race because that's not all that lives here. That's not how America is built. So the next video we're going to watch, and it is about VP Kamala Harris. She is gaining momentum, y'all. She is really gaining momentum. Or is this an article? This may be an article. Let's see. I think this one is an article because I upload a lot of stuff and links and stuff. So this is an article. Let me drink some water before I read it because my throat gets dry. I'm 50 years old. Hey, I'm getting old. My throat gets dry. Don't laugh at me. I'm getting old. Okay. So this is by the Press Rundown. Harris gains momentum as election bidding odds narrow. In a surprising turn of events, a recent poll conducted by Des Moines Register Media.com showed Vice President Kamala Harris with a 3-point lead over Donald Trump in Iowa. This news has caused a shift in the odds on various bidding platforms, with both Kalshi and Robinhood tightening their predictions showing following the release of the poll results. It is worth noting that Trump easily won the state of Iowa both 2016 and 2020 elections, making Harris lead in the poll quite unexpected. The poll, conducted by Scissor and Company, surveyed 108 likely voters between October 28th and October 31st with the margin error of 3.4 points. The swing in favor of Harris is significant, especially considering that the same poll in September showed Trump ahead by 4 points. The betting odds on Kalshi have seen a notable increase in Harris' favor, with her chances of winning the election rising from 35% on October 29th to 51% at the time of writing. Similarly, on Robinhood, Trump's odds of winning have decreased from 66% on October 29th to 51%, while Harris' odds have improved from 39% to 50%. The popularity of bidding markets for political events have been on the rise, with platforms like Kalshi attracting over $100 million in bets on the election in October alone. Polymarket, another prediction market, saw betting volume for the U.S. election extending $2 billion last month. Overall, the unexpected lead that Kamala Harris holds over Donald Trump in Iowa has caused a shift in betting odds and generated significant interest in the outcome of upcoming election. It will be interesting to see how these developments unfold as the election draws near. That's interesting, y'all, because I was watching another video earlier. Even a young lady said in her live that we was watching that Kamala just may win Iowa. And the reason she may win Iowa because Republican women are voting for VP Kamala Harris. Don't get mad at me in the chat. Y'all love to get mad and go off real crazy. I'm just the messenger. Right now, what is happening, why VP Kamala Harris is in the lead, is because a lot of Republican women are voting for VP Kamala Harris. It's happening. The husbands in my chat, don't get mad at me. You beautiful, white, handsome men in my chat, kings, do not get mad at me. What is happening? And it ain't right to tell your wife she doesn't have a choice in what she wants to do. She is her own person. If she goes in that voter booth and vote for VP Kamala Harris, don't be mad at her. That is her choice. I have friends that are voting for Donald Trump. I spoke to one earlier today because I was discussing with him the reasons that he should vote for VP Kamala Harris, but he has it set in his heart. He is voting tomorrow for Donald Trump. I don't like it, but that is his choice. I can't be mad at him, so don't get mad at me. But anyway, so now we're going to watch a video, and it is about Donald Trump's failures. It's an article. I did not write the article. I am just reading y'all the article. So be kind. Kindness goes a long way in this world. Kindness, it endures and exudes love. Be kind. Okay. Trump as a constitutional failure. That's what the article says. So MAGA don't get in here and get pissy in the pants with me. So the article says the election of Donald Trump as president represents a failure of America's politics. Trump is a serial liar, a sexual predator, deeply conflicted, financially hostile to bedrock Democrat institutions as a free press, and ignorant of even the broad brushstrokes of important policy matters. The best evidence suggests that he is a white nationalist, a plutocrat, and a professional con artist, dangerously attracted to corrupt and incompetent psychopaths, self-obsessed and aggressive to the point of psychopath, and otherwise temperamentally unfit to be in charge of the world's largest military and nuclear arsenal. There is some evidence that Trump or members of his campaign conspired with hostile foreign power to help secure this election. His electoral opponent, whom he promised to prosecute criminally if elected, received nearly 3 million more votes than he did, and he assumed office as the least popular elected president in recorded history. No credible account of a healthy electoral process can aid Trump's election as an acceptable outcome of the process. But you want to know what I really think? Less clear than the status of Trump's presidency as a political failure is whether Trump's election also represents a failure of the United States Constitution. Do our constitutional arrangements predict just the kind of political failure that materializes in November 2026? If so, does that mean that the long-term remedy for the failure lies in constitutional reform? Does our Constitution fate, in other words, determine our political fate? Well, they said Trump is a serial liar, a sexual predator, deeply conflicted, financially hostile to bedrock democratic institutions such as free press, and ignorant of even the broad brushstrokes of important policy matters. Whew, okay, that was a lot. He hasn't mentioned policies at his rallies, so I can never say what Donald Trump policies are. But I can say what some of VP Kamala Harris' policies are. She's giving money to first-time home buyers, $25,000 to $50,000 to start your own business, and she's directing that mainly to the Black males. More infrastructure, better infrastructure for us. More will happen with the Medicaid and Medicare. Helping with it's just so much that she's doing, and I can't think of everything just right now, but I read the list to y'all a couple of times here on my channel. I have repeatedly read it to you all, but I don't really know exactly what Donald Trump policies are, because I go and watch the videos of him doing his rallies and he never talk about policies. Just yesterday he was talking about his hair. He didn't like his hair. He just went on rambling about his hair for about good 20 minutes. Then he was given a microphone head and he was jacking the microphone. So I don't know what Donald Trump policies are. Y'all help me in the chat. Tell me, what are Donald Trump policies? I want to know. So the next video we're going to watch, Donald Trump doesn't know what state he's in during a rally. This is a video, and he says the wrong states while he's in another state. That is signs of dementia. That's signs of dementia. Now, VP Kamala Harris, When she's doing her rallies, she knows exactly what state she's in. She does. Because when I went to 2 rallies here in Atlanta, she knew what state she was in. She knew what city she was in. And she spoke of her policies to a variety of people, people of different cultures, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Haitian, Nigerian, Swedish, whatever was there. Every race was at her rallies, and she spoke to their souls because she is for the people. So we're gonna watch this video, and this video is produced by Midas Touch Network. So give their channel a subscribe, please. Give the video just a moment to start up, okay? Just a moment. Thank you. It's a commercial, and when the commercial goes off, we're gonna get right to it. Barb Clark said, for the people, inflation. No, actually, it's been said that inflation was caused by Donald Trump. That's what all the news people are saying. So when they came into being the president and the vice president, we was already in shambles from Donald Trump. One moment, please. Thank you.
They did a horrible job under the auspices of these two people. I got to say these two people, but and you know, right now
that right there was less than 5 minutes into his speech in North Carolina. People were leaving. Donald Trump didn't even know what state he was in. In this next clip I'm about to show you from his disastrous speech in North Carolina, he says that you have one of the best candidates here, Dave McCormick. Where is David? Dave McCormick is the Republican candidate for Senate in Pennsylvania, not North Carolina. Play this clip.
And you have one of the best of all right here, David McCormick. You know that. Where's David? Is he around someplace? You know, we just left him. He's a great guy.
In the next clip, Donald Trump said, I just left another good place in North Carolina. But here's the thing. Trump's last event was in Pennsylvania. He had just arrived in North Carolina 20 minutes before saying this. Play this clip.
You know, I just left another good place in North Carolina. I had some of the best quips today.
So how does Donald Trump spend the rest of his time during this speech? Well, he attacks the Republican Senate leader, Mitch McConnell. Watch this.
They got trillions and trillions of dollars. Hopefully we get rid of Mitch McConnell pretty soon, because he helped them. That guy. Can you believe he endorsed me? Can you? Boy, that must have been a painful day in his life. Every time I think of it, he didn't have to do that. He provided the necessary votes. What a disgrace.
Yeah, great job, Mitch, for enabling that. Donald Trump's closing messages to attack you. Next up, Donald Trump can't find the word goal line. You mean goal line. That's what you're trying to say. Here, play this clip.
Records, but we have to go at, like we're on the 4-yard line, not the 5-yard line, slightly better. All we have to do is carry that ball over that thing. We get into that end zone, it's over.
Then Donald Trump brags about filing a lawsuit against 60 Minutes and CBS because he was too afraid to do an interview with them the way Vice President Kamala Harris did an interview. And the audience really doesn't care. Here, play this clip.
But they'll figure a way, I guess. But we did. We brought a suit on Friday against them for a lot of money. That's so terrible.
Then Donald Trump praises Venezuela from 18 years ago. It was what, being led by Hugo Chavez? That's what you're praising Venezuela? Anyway, play the clip.
Long ago, Venezuela went bad. You know, Venezuela 18 years ago was a thriving country. They had elections, they had everything. And then one day it went bad. And the same thing happened there as happened here. Same kind of scum that we have to deal with all the time. Guys like Adam Shifty Schiff, can you believe it? Fake investigations all the time. The use of the FBI and the DOJ to go after their political opponent who's kicking their ass. Isn't that great?
Then Donald Trump says that if you don't vote for him, you need to have your head examined. Strong closing message, Donald, sir. It's a great closing message, sir. Ridiculous. Play this clip.
The worst administration in the history of our country. And if we let this slip away, we should have our heads examined. I mean,
And then, as Aaron Rupert says, everybody behind Trump is like wondering, what the heck is going on here? Here, watch this.
The president has the right to impose the tariffs on these countries that have been hurting us. They've really been hurting us. It's so ridiculous. They end up closing. Everybody loses their job. Then they make it in their country, and then they send it back to us with no tax, no nothing. And we lose it. We lose the company. We lose the jobs. We lose sort of everything, and it's so stupid. And all we have to do is the same thing, but we have a big advantage because we have the pot of gold. See, ours is really the pot of gold. Ours is the one that they want, but we won't have that pot of gold very long because the way these fools are running our country, we're going to be a busted country pretty soon.
Then more lies from Donald Trump about the hurricane relief in North Carolina. He continues to lie and to use this natural disaster as like a wedge issue to try to divide people. And he provides all of these lies and says all of these lies that are hurting people and harming people's lives and potentially killing people who are entitled to aid, who should be receiving aid. And he's lying about the aid that they're entitled to. Here, play this clip.
You did the
Okay, that's a commercial. It really baffles me that Donald Trump always talking about they want to imprison their opponent, but he talk about doing it to other people as well. For example, Hillary Clinton. Y'all remember that? Then he's gonna try to lock up Biden and Kamala and everybody else. But he doesn't like it when someone wants to lock him up. He has 34 felonies. He has a sentencing this month on the 26th for his crime. But he calls everybody else a criminal. Kamala Harris has never committed a crime. She has a clean record. She passed her bar. She was a DA. She was a prosecutor. She was in Congress. She was a senator before. Now she's a VP. She has done so many great things that Donald Trump has never achieved in his life. His sister used to do his homework for him.
Since 2017, I've helped over 2,000.
And for his SATs, he paid someone to take the test for him. That's not of greatness. He can't sit beside VP Kamala Harris. He's not compatible on the level that she is. And as I read to y'all 2 days ago, because Tia, one of my beautiful queens here, that's my moderator, she sent me a list, and I read that list to y'all of all of VP Kamala Harris' great accomplishments. Tia, I don't think you was on here at the time, but that list you sent me, I ran it down to them because I want them to understand what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a man of education and the qualifications. We're dealing with a man that's a psycho. And VP Kamala Harris, she's beyond qualified. She has more education than Joe Biden. Her qualification is past where Obama's was, but him and Michelle are very bright, smart, intelligent people, but she has done more than them when it comes to credentials. Know who you're voting for, what they're going to give you, what they're going to provide for us, the American people. That's important. One moment, please.
Successful women.
Did the worst job ever on hurricane salvage and removal and just the security. What they've done, it's so bad. You know, they spent their money on the migrants coming in, on illegal migrants. They don't have any money. FEMA's got no money.
You may assume that you're getting everything your body needs from your diet or simple green juice, but I recently discovered that most people...
Hold on, y'all. We're going to skip that. I love Ben, but we're trying to get to the goods right now. I love whatever he does. He's great. But we're gonna get to these goods right quick, okay?
If you're a woman, he'll be your protector. Donald Trump will be your protector. He can't even open the door to a garbage truck, let alone.
And here, Governor Walz talks about, can we just win this so we never have to talk about this guy ever, ever again? We don't want to talk about Trump. I agree. As someone who runs this channel, I agree. Play this clip.
Look, I know people are stressed. There's a few good things in this, too. Just think about this. After about 48 hours, we win this thing. We have President Harris. We won't ever have to talk about this guy again. Never. So if you're on the roller coaster, oh, we're winning, oh, we're losing, oh, we're winning, get off the roller coaster. Get off the roller coaster and do something proactive on this. If you want to get rid of the anxiety, go vote. Go vote.
Here's a great one from former President Barack Obama during his speech. And what I love about him referencing here, I'm not sure if you caught it, in Donald Trump's speech in Milwaukee, Donald Trump said that he was surprised that the best player on Milwaukee Bucks was Greek. He goes, how could you be Greek? Because Donald Trump was implying that Greek people can't be black. And that's part of Donald Trump's racism. And former President Barack Obama calls it out. Here, play this clip.
Have you ever considered at-home?
One moment, y'all.
This is
Commercial,
Cheers'
okay?
micro-infusion
Just a
system.
moment.
Now, it's gone viral several times on social media because of its.
If you are black or Latino, and you feel like too often your community is overlooked by politicians, except during election time, I get how you feel. But why would you think the answer is to vote for someone who has a long history of demeaning and disregarding your community, whose family business was sued for not renting to folks that look like you, who cannot apparently understand how an NBA superstar could be both Greek and black, who suggests any Mexican crossing the border is a criminal and a rapist, who spreads ridiculous fantasies that Haitians are eating people's pets, who just this past week arranged for one of his supporters to tell jokes about black people eating watermelon and Puerto Rico being an island of garbage, right there on stage at Madison Square Garden. Do you think that's somebody who's going to look out for you?
You know, as lots of political analysts who have been doing this for a long time are saying, like, if you look at the early vote in Columbus, Ohio, shout out to all my Ohio friends right now. What's up, Ohio? We see you. Ohio is out loud and ready to go. And I think turn the page forward as well and move away from this chaos. I think Ohio is going to surprise the nation in line with that Iowa poll that we saw. I just think people are sick of this Trump chaos. They see this stuff and they're just like, I don't care what political party I'm from. Enough of this nonsense. Like here in this speech in North Carolina, you'll hear, listen carefully, someone in the crowd yells, pardon the J6ers, January 6ers. And Donald Trump's like, yeah. And the crowd like cheers on that. Play this clip.
You'll end up in World War III. Yeah, it's true.
Which I should tell you that at the beginning of Donald Trump's rallies, he does, rather than the national anthem, they pledge to the J6ers. You're like, what are you talking about? They pledge allegiance to the January 6th insurrectionists. So that's what Trump's been doing. I'll show you an earlier speech where that would go down. I think they've kind of tried to stop doing that recently. But throughout most of his speeches this campaign cycle, they pledge allegiance. They've changed the lyrics of the national anthem to the J6 anthem, they call it. It's a song Trump made with the most violent insurrectionists. So let me just share that with you so you can see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the horribly and unfairly treated January 6th hostages.
Just wanted to provide you with that data.
Whew.
Thank you for watching.
I won't lie, I get a little tired sometimes, y'all. Listen to Donald Trump. I'm going to tell y'all, when I get off this live, I be tired. I be tired from listening to Donald Trump's voice. Just think, after tomorrow, we still going to hear his voice. I'm going to tell you, that's going to be still on here doing lives. Because Donald Trump, we want him to go away. That Looney Tune going to be behind bars running them suckers. He ain't going to stop talking. That face going to be still orange because they make makeup in prison. They know how to make makeup in prison. So he going to be, they take, trust me, they do tattoos and everything in prison. Donald Trump would still have that orange face while in prison. Yes, he will. Go nowhere. He will still have that orange face in prison. Hold on, okay? I'm gonna read some of y'all's. I don't know why it froze again. Hold on, bear with me. The weather been a little off here today. Mike O says Trump 2024. Okay, that's your candidate. I'm cool with that. Chris R says Trump 2024. That's your candidate. But I won't lie to you, honey. I got out and voted October the 15th for VP Kamala Harris. That's who I voted for. Dinky Jones said his orange face still looks better than that tube of red lipstick on yours. Honey, please sit down. Get out for Trump's nuts, okay? Delta Trip said, imagine if you need a test to vote, you'll be screwed. Honey, you sound like a fool because I graduated from college. And my daughter graduated from college to one of the best colleges here in Georgia. Sit down, be humble. I'm not going to let you steal my joy. I'm too pretty to frown for you. Let's see. Mitchell said, we don't trust you. Mitchell B, I don't trust you, bitch. Teal says he paid to have a billboard that called for death for penalty for them. Yes, he did. Donald Trump did that. And he did a full page ad to have those 5 teenagers unalived. I'm not going to read that because I'm not going to entertain ignorance today. I'm not. Because when I get off here, I'm going to a nice event. I would not let y'all steal my joy. Hey, beautiful Queen Susan, thank you for the blue hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope that all you have voted. Please. I hope and pray that each and every last one of you have voted. Please. Ray said, Ray speaks with the eyes. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Just make sure you voted. Ray speaks. Delta Trip. I'm not reading that. Anything that's ugly, I'm not entertaining it. Johnny B. Good said, I am pro freedom. That's why I voted for Kamala. Thank you. Thank you. Where is my signs, y'all? I gotta find my signs. Hold on, because I've been to the rally, so y'all know I got my signs. If you want freedom and peace, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Yay! They even doing a rally here tonight. I supposed to go to it. So they're doing one tonight, celebration here, because I'm one of the voter ambassadors here. And then they're doing a big celebration tomorrow. I've been invited to so many celebrations tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know which one I'm going to go to. I don't know. So let's get back to the program because we got just a couple minutes. It's something else I want to touch on. Let me go to my email. Hold on. I'm going to go to my email because I got something in there I want to show y'all. One moment. Hold on. Because I noticed in the chat, they keep mentioning something about inflation. Hold on just a little while longer. Let this open up. Because I noticed they keep saying something about inflation in this chat. And I got something saved that I want to share with y'all about the inflation, because inflation actually started with Trump. That's why we're in inflation right now. For example, when he PUSSY around with the pandemic and the price of gas because no one was going anywhere, we was on lockdown. Donald Trump caused that. I'm gonna let this play for you.
Have to look at the root of inflation. I'll tell you exactly when the very first kernel of inflation was set, and that was in April of 2020. It was right at the early days of the pandemic. The gas prices were $1.87. The oil companies went to Donald Trump and said, "We are getting crushed with gas prices at $1.87. Please go to Saudi Arabia and your friend MBS. Please go to Russia and your friend Vladimir Putin and ask them to reduce production." So he had a choice to make. Does he help his oil company cronies, or does he help keep gas prices low? You already know what he did. He went to his he went to support his oil company cronies, went to MBS and Putin and said, "Please reduce production." That was the day inflation started. And you can track minute by minute, hour by hour, month by month, year by year, quarter by quarter, that as long as that agreement was in place up until 2022, gas prices kept on going up. The minute that agreement came out and production changed, gas prices started going down and you saw inflation go down. So you can take all you want and blame it on the Biden administration, but it started with Donald Trump.
I've been saying that for the longest to MAGA. They're not trying to hear it. So I guess I'm going to continue speaking to the people that want to hear it. VP Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is not the reason of inflation. Right now, things are good. The stock market is doing good. And let Donald Trump tell it, it's because he's running against VP Kamala Harris. But that's not what the stock marketers are saying. They're saying because they know that VP Kamala Harris is going to win and they believe in her. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. They are disappointed in Donald Trump. They are watching those rallies just like we are, and it is a clown show. A clown show. You don't hear VP Kamala Harris talking about her hair, talking about somebody's pity pat, a man's pity pat. Y'all know what I mean. No, she's talking about policies and what she's going to do for the American people. But Donald Trump, he's not talking about anything that's going to help the American people. No, he's not. He's not concerned with that. That's far from his mind. Donald Trump is thinking about those millions of dollars he's going to make from them foreigners, the foreign leaders. Because remember when he was in the White House before, his daughter Ivanka is a billionaire, her and her husband, because they got money from foreign leaders because of their father, Trump. And she doesn't even deal with her father. Ivanka Trump took her daughter to see who? No other than Taylor Swift. She took her daughter to the Taylor Swift concert. And you know Taylor Swift has endorsed our girl, our queen, VP Kamala Harris. That's who she's endorsed. So if she is backing her father, she's nowhere to be seen, nor is her husband. Nowhere to be seen around Donald Trump. Everybody has fled from him. He is a train wreck right now. Donald Trump is an embarrassment. The GOP that spends money to help Donald Trump, they are disappointed in him. They had to school him and fuss at him to stop talking about nonsense. And do not mention that the Puerto Ricans are garbage, which they are not garbage. They had to get on Donald Trump about his behavior. They're censoring Donald Trump. That's what's happening because his mouth is reckless. Okay, I showed y'all that already. Hold on. Just a moment, please. We have just a couple more minutes before I get up out of here. I'm not going to show that video because I only have a couple more minutes. Okay, let me get back to my list, y'all. Y'all know I love this YouTuber. His name is Black Boot Official. So we're going to take it up out here with at least 2 of his videos because I want to leave y'all out here laughing because we're about to have a female president. That is huge. That is our history. That is our future, our present. To have VP Kamala Harris, President Kamala Harris. Say it with me. President Kamala Harris. Yes. So he's talking about photos of Trump. And be sure to subscribe to his channel, Black Boot Official. One moment, please. Okay. Old Guy Hustle says there are homeless veterans. Yes, it is. And Trump cut off some of their funding. Katrina Marie, what did Mike Pence do as VP? He didn't do much, but I tell you what he did do. He was an honorable man on January 6th because Donald Trump had been messaging him, calling him, asking him to use a fake electoral votes and say that he won. Mike Pence was like, no, dude, I ain't lying for you. You didn't win, sucker. You lost. We know who won. President Joe Biden won. Sit your whack ass down, Trump. That's what Biden said. So we're going to watch this video right here right quick and get a good laugh. We're going to let this commercial play.
This is a chat GPT for Airbnb.
Sean Palmer said Democrats vote with emotions, Republicans vote with logic. Well, if y'all vote with logic, your candidate is a psychopath. He's the next Hitler. I feel sorry for your soul and your life.
Step number 2, click on a property that's. Hey, are you trained for some reason there? You are? Good. Look, I need to talk to you for a minute. I seem to have misplaced my MAGA code of conduct, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here now that this reporter come out and said that he's got like 100 hours of conversation with Jeffrey Epstein about Donald Trump and stuff like that. Are we not supposed to talk about that? I don't remember what it said in the MAGA code of conduct, like I said, and I misplaced mine. So we're not supposed to talk about that this guy's got conversations with Jeffrey Epstein, where Jeffrey Epstein talks a lot, I mean a lot, about Donald Trump there. Are we not supposed to talk about that? That the guy said that Jeffrey Epstein had like a half a dozen pictures of Donald Trump sitting by Jeffrey Epstein's swimming pool there in Florida with topless girls, obviously girls, sitting in his lap, you know what I mean? Topless ones. And that he had some sort of stain on his shorts there that the girls were laughing and pointing at one of the pictures and stuff. Are we not supposed to talk about that? Are we not supposed to talk about that? The guy said that Jeffrey Epstein actually said that he was in conversations with Donald Trump even after Donald Trump was in the White House. Are we not supposed to talk about that? I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking. Because I know that we was obsessed, y'all, obsessed with talking about Jeffrey Epstein a while back, weren't we? We were talking about Epstein Island and all that. I mean, we were just obsessed with it. But now then we're real quiet about it. I don't know. I don't know why we're doing that. I remember back in July, there was some documents that come out of Florida there where Donald Trump was obsessed, in fact, with calling up Jeffrey Epstein's messaging service there, checking on massage appointments. Remember that come out there in July? And where it talked about that Jeffrey Epstein had like 30 different phone numbers he could reach Donald Trump at, that come out in July. But then there was that so-called assassination attempt there. That was good timing, wasn't it? That was good timing. But anyway, we used to be obsessed talking about it. I'm just wondering, are we not supposed to talk about this right now? That Donald Trump, obviously, he had pictures of girls sitting in his lap with topless girls there, sitting in his lap with Jeffrey Epstein. There, are we not supposed to talk about that right now? That was Donald Trump's Department of Justice at the time when the FBI raided Epstein. Said that they had to have gotten those pictures, that guy said, because they was in Jeffrey Epstein's safe. I wonder what happened to those pictures. I wonder if they'll surface. Well, we will never see them because there's underage girls in those pictures, so nobody will ever be able to see those, won't be able to do that. But anyway, I'm just wondering, are we not supposed to talk about that right now? I'm just wondering, I'm just wondering, is that something we're not supposed to talk about? I don't know. It'd be awful strange if we didn't talk about it. It makes me wonder if that's the reason why the Trump didn't make those comments there about Liz Cheney, about putting her in front of a firing squad, because he wanted to go ahead and change the conversation, get the media's talking about that instead of, the fact that apparently he has pictures out there of him with topless teenage girls in his lap. with Jeffrey Epstein. He wanted to change the conversation, and the media, they fall for it every single time. I just wonder, are we not supposed to talk about the fact that Donald Trump is mentioned over and over again by Jeffrey Epstein, and the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was still carrying on conversations with Donald Trump while he's in the White House? Are we not supposed to talk about that? Just wondering. If you could leave me a comment, let me know if we're supposed to talk about Donald Trump with teenage topless girls in his lap. Just wondering. Inmate Trump 2024.
He said what he said. It had been said about Donald Trump and young girls. And I just showed y'all a video just the day before yesterday, because I didn't go live yesterday, of Donald Trump and this lover, male lover, that was an attorney that he hung around a lot. And he fit the bill of that man's lover because that man was into blonde hair, blue eyes. And Donald Trump was going everywhere with this gay attorney. They was like this, thick as thieves. Yes, Donald Trump was seeing women. It's just like here in Atlanta. These men, they be seeing women, but they had him a gay male lover. Dunny boy, you stood up there at the podium while at the rallies, jacking off the mic, bobbing, weaving your head like you was giving head to the microphone. What happened with people, they start getting old at Dunny boy's age? It starts happening when they're going closer to 80. What they did as a young person, they acted out when they old. And that's what Donald Trump is doing. He talked about Arma Palmer's pity pat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then he's up there with the microphone, trying to give the microphone head. MAGA, what is wrong with your candidate? He is sick. Oh my God, he's disgusting. I have never seen in my life, as long as I have been voting, a candidate do that. That ain't the first time he did obscene stuff like that. It was so embarrassing to the Republican Party. But then I realized Donald Trump is not the Republican Party. He is MAGA. He is MAGA's savior, MAGA's leader. When she is sworn in as our new president, President Kamala Harris, they can rebuild the Republican Party. Because as VP Kamala Harris stated, she will have a Republican in her cabinet. Donald Trump would never have a Democrat in his cabinet. He fears that because he's a control freak. He's a narcissist. He's a malignant narcissist. And that is the dangerous narcissist, the most dangerous. To be a malignant narcissist? Yes, this man is dangerous. Did you not hear what he said about Liz Cheney? Stop pretending, Mega. Stop pretending that he is not dangerous. Because he is. He is the most dangerous man in America. And Mega, y'all are a terroristic group. You are the most dangerous cult in America. But we don't fear you. We know who you are. And the feds have all of y'all information. So if you try to set the Taliban off tomorrow, like y'all did January 6th, you will be locked up and the key will be thrown away. But that's very fitting because your candidate will be sentenced on November 26th. Donald Trump is going to prison on November 26th. But that's not the end of what's going to happen with him. Because he has so many crimes that he is in trouble for, he will have more sentencing coming up while he's locked up. That's how prison operates. I'm going to read some of y'all comments and I'm going to get out of here. Katrina Marie said, I would be interested to see if he wins, if they will get legislation passed in the time to prevent him from taking office. Secretary of State rules if they pass a law, he won't be able to because of the insurrection. He won't win. He won't win. He won't win. And MAGA, you better get ready You better get ready to say VP Kamala Harris is what? Your new president. Say it with me. President Kamala Harris. Who gonna win? Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Who gonna win? Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Yes, they can, and yes, they will. Megan, you better get ready to say President Kamala Harris. You better get ready. You better get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. You better get ready, said President Kamala Harris, because you know what? The rest of us is in this chat. We're ready to call her what? President Kamala Harris. And who? VP Tim Walz. We are ready. We are ready to hear them words. We have a new president. President Kamala Harris. Yes, I am ready for it. More than ready. I can see it. I can feel it. Yes. President Kamala Harris. Yes. Get mad, get glad, scratch your ass, MAGA. We got a new president up in here. We got us a black woman. And I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Thank you guys for coming to my live. I will go live tomorrow. I'm going to figure out how we're going to have a celebration. I need to go buy some balloons or something. Either I may let y'all watch me cooking live or something. We got to do something different up in here for a change. I tried something different early with my laptop, but for some reason my laptop was making me very blurry. No matter how much I wiped off the webcam camera, I still was blurry. So I had to go off and come back on to celebrate with my people because we got us a new president. We got Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. That's what we got. Because tomorrow evening before 12 o'clock a.m. at night, we will have President Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Say it with me, everybody. President Kamala Harris and VP Tim Walz. Yay! And if you haven't voted, get your ass out and vote. Tomorrow is the last day. The election voting day, November 5th, is tomorrow. I don't want any excuses from y'all. You better get out there and vote. Get your ass off that sofa. Sofa, get off of it. Go vote. Because I was a country girl. Country girls, we always go out there because my daddy told me early bird gets the worm. I voted October the 15th, the first day of early voting here in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, my daddy taught me early bird gets the worm. So I was a country girl and I got out there and voted early because I know better. I know how much I want my candidate to win. I want my candidate to win so bad. I was up late last night contacting people, emailing, texting, calling for them to get out there and vote if they have not voted. Because that is my black job right now, to make sure we get VP Kamala Harris in that Oval Office, in the main chair in the Oval Office, President Kamala Harris. It doesn't sound any better. It would never be Donald Trump again. Never, ever, 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 ever be. It would never be. No. We can't let that happen. Hit that like button before you get up out of here. And if you'd like to join my channel, I have 2 different levels of membership. I have the Rubies level that's $4.99, and I have the Diamonds level. It is $9.99. You get more in the package deal for the Diamonds level. Hit that like button. Come on now. Hit the like button before you head up out of here. Don't disappoint me. This is election night eve. You need to be doing something to make sure we get that woman in that Oval Office. President Kamala Harris and second gentleman, Doug Emhoff. This is beautiful. Women rule the world. Such a beautiful thing to have a president that is a female and of the black culture. Disregard in the chat, because Mega gonna keep saying she's not black. I have showed them numerous times her father is a black man. I showed them several photos of her father. And they just want to disregard it and say, she not black. Well, you ain't black, Mega, and Donald Trump sure hell ain't black. Because I know a black person anywhere I can tell. That doggone Kamala Harris, she speak that black language. That came from her daddy, that Jamaican man. He black. He's still alive too. Thank you guys for coming to my live. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. I need to get my clothes on, put on a little bit more makeup to head over to this event because I'm late. But it don't matter because I have to come and, talk to my people. I appreciate all of y'all. A lot of y'all have been here with me since I started covering this election, and I'm still learning things. So bear with me. Don't give up on me because I ain't giving up on y'all. And everybody keeps saying, well, what are you going to cover after this election, honey? It's going to be still stuff to talk about because we know Donald Trump going to prison. We're going to be talking about how he going to act a fool, don't want to accept that she has won. We're going to have a lot to talk about, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of humorous things to talk about because Donald Trump is about to lose his marbles. He about to lose his job. No, he ain't even had a job. But somebody else about to be up in there because VP Kamala Harris, she got this in the bag, honey. Iowa is about to turn blue. North Carolina about to turn blue. Georgia about to turn blue, which is pretty much blue because, we got our black Warnock in there, you know what I mean? Pennsylvania, she got that in the bag. Nevada, all those swing states, she got them in the bag. I believe in her. I believe in us. We got this, ladies. This is about the women right now. Black, white, whatever, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever. It is about us right now to celebrate having a female running that White House. Yes, because when women do it, we do it right. We don't mess around and look over things. We ain't about messing around and finding out because we're going to get it done. And we ain't got to find out because we're on top of it from the beginning. That's what's up about getting her in that White House. So if you have not voted, make sure you vote for VP Kamala Harris because I need you to be saying, President Kamala Harris. That's what I need to hear out your mouth tomorrow. I ain't going to sleep tonight. I got more work to do. I got to go to this event and get in people's face and talk about voting. Then I got to come back home, do some more texting and messaging people because some people have not voted yet. And those are the ones I'm targeting. They got to get in there tomorrow and get their vote in for VP Kamala Harris. That's what needs to happen. Mitch says, Mike, I'll be back tomorrow when Kamala gets crushed. Boo-boo. She won't be crushed. Donald Trump is already crushed. Look at him. He look like an orange crushed mess. He can't even open a truck's door to the trash truck without stumbling. You know why? Because he's old. He is too old to run for president. He is the oldest candidate ever to run for president. How embarrassing. And she's going to win. Then she's going to win another 4 years. So maggots, y'all got to deal with us for 8 more years, honey. But what may happen, she may be in there forever. Y'all trying to get Trump in there forever. Hey, I know how God works. How he take care of my people, his chosen ones. She may just be in there forever. Sit with it. Enjoy it. Simmer in it, okay? I love you guys. I got to get out of here. I got to go fix my face up some more, change my clothes. I love all of y'all. Enjoy life. And if you haven't voted, vote tomorrow. Get out there and get in that line and vote for VP Kamala Harris and 10 Walls. Yes. Do the right thing. Don't vote for the orange man. No. He's slow. He old. He's decrepit. He losing his memory. Dementia's setting in. That's what happens at that age. Dementia sets in real quick. Vote for VP Kamala Harris and 10 Walls. I love you guys. I will see y'all tomorrow because we're going to have a good old celebration bringing in our new president, Kamala Harris. Yes. I'm going to read a little bit more of this and I'm going to get up out of here. Katrina Marie said, Orange Crush, laugh out loud. Well, he said they're going to crush VP Kamala Harris. So, hey, we already crushed Donald Trump. He is the orange crush. Huh, that's what he is. Mitch M said, go look at early votes. It's terrible for Dems. Honey, if you keep listening to Donald Trump, you're going to be a failure just like him. You're going to mess around and have 6 bankruptcies like him. Tia said, I am not going to lose my rights. I ain't losing mine. That's why I voted for her. All women need to be voting for her. And that's what I'm loving. A lot of these white Republican men, your white wives, are going in that booth, and you know what they doing? Those beautiful white women, those queens, they voting for VP Kamala Harris because they know that women run this, and you ain't about to stop us. You ain't taking our rights. They down with the black woman, honey. Go on TikTok. You see all day long they up there celebrating us black women because they said we know what to do, and we do. We vote for what's right for everybody, not just for black people. We're not like that. No, we're not like that, Mecca. I don't care for you, but I'm voting for all of us. What's for the better good of this country? But y'all wasn't taught that. So I don't know what to tell you. But thank y'all for coming to my live. Katrina Marie said she voted for Kamala. James said, laugh out loud, keep spinning them lies. Honey, your candidate lie every day with his pissy depends on and just getting fatter and fatter. They going to cook him as a turkey on Thanksgiving Day. He might just suck on the turkey leg because he likes sucking stuff. Let's see. Ann says, do you have one? Do I have one or what? A vote? Oh, I voted already. Because I'm a queen. I get in there early. Mitch M says, I'm looking at the actual votes per state, not Trump. When what my poll says for our VP Kamala Harris is molly whopping your candidate, okay? He lost his toupee at this point. And all that orange makeup has come out because she whipped him. Mitch says, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading it. When it's rude stuff, I don't care to read it. But I'm getting off here because I got to get ready, fix up, get beautiful, and attend this event. And then I got to get my butt back home and get on my iPad and contact people so they can get in there and vote tomorrow because they haven't voted. I love you guys. Have an amazing evening. God bless. Get plenty of sleep because we're going to celebrate tomorrow, okay? I'm going to dance for y'all and everything because it's celebration time. Hey, let's dance. See y'all tomorrow. I love you. Bye.